when we're going for our goal, okay, we want it to be a straight line. So here's how people approach getting their goals. Let's say my goal is to get to that stand over there. So I go, my conscious mind goes, I'm going to get to that stand. And it sees the straight line, right? So it goes, ugh. And so we hit the chair, which is our obstacle. We hit the obstacle in our straight line to the stand. And we go, so this is let's say, 4 different types of people. Here's the first type of person. They go, oh, man, crap. Gina, did you get your goal that you were going for? I got a sign that it wasn't meant to be. I hit this chair, and that's the universe telling me it's not for me. It's not meant to be. Okay. That's how people talk. Now, this next one's a little bit more prevalent today. That used to be the most prevalent example. This next one's actually the most prevalent example right now. But that used to be the most prevalent. People used to say, it wasn't meant to be. Are you kidding me? You hit one obstacle? Here's who doesn't hit obstacles. People who are not moving. That's who doesn't hit obstacles. Parents are like, oh, I got to keep my kids safe. Are you frickin' insane? Yes, of course, if they're going to run in front of a train, but creating fearless environments doesn't keep your kids safe. It keeps them static, and they don't learn any resiliency skills. And in case you hadn't noticed, the world's not static. So then they go out into the world, and they don't even know how to get up. It's let them age appropriate, et cetera, discover the world and take risks, and then be there for them when they skin their boo-boos. Right? And tell them that they can do it. Don't anchor their boo-boos to your love. Just be like, yeah, that seems like it hurts, but you got this. Because then they'll learn what they're made of. And then they'll be that kid in the race who falls down and gets up and runs and still wins it. Right? Instead of not knowing, not ever having falling down in life. And then, what was that kid that sunk the Baron's bank? He was like 25 years old, right? There's a kid that never got to fail in his life, and he was like, woo! Okay, just took out a whole bank in the process. So this idea that hitting an obstacle is somehow bad is detrimental. Hitting an obstacle is part of movement. It's like skiing, and mogul skiers, they ski in obstacles on purpose to find the path through them. Okay, so the second kind of person is a little bit more prevalent today. So they go, okay, there's my goal. Oh, well, this is bullshit. Who put this chair here? This is unbelievable. Do you know why I don't have my goal? Because this chair is the reason. It's preventing me. It's the chair's fault. It's not my fault. It's the chair. The chair is the reason why I can't be who I am or have what I want. You know what we should do? We should start a group, anti-chair. We're going to call it anti-chair. And we're going to learn everything we can. Yes, you're clapping now because this is literally the state of the frickin' world. Anti-chair. And we're going to learn everything we can about the chair so the chair can't stop anybody else because it stopped us. And instead of dealing with our own shit in, maybe what we need to learn by hitting the chair, we're going to put all of our power into it being the chair. By the way, when you spend all your time, and I'd like to make my point, that when you spend all your time focusing on the chair, your goal is nowhere in sight. What a convenient excuse that is, isn't it? If that doesn't give you insight in the world today, then I can't help you. All right, here's typically the people who do my courses. Okay? So this is you and you and you, typically. So you go, okay, I'm going over there. I want this. I'm doing it. I got it. Here I go. Okay, no biggie. Okay, I got this. I'm a honey badger. I can do this. I just got to work a little bit harder. Okay, I'm going to try this thing I learned the other day. There is no chair. There is no chair. Why is it still there? It's supposed to work. I saw it on Oprah. And then you go home and you hide. People go, how's it going? You're like, what is wrong with me? I used to be able to do this. What's wrong with me? Nothing. The way that, I'd love to be able to throw down a splits right now for you because I used to be a gymnast, okay? I would love it. How great would it be if I just went like, whoo, okay? But I can't. because I'm not 12, all right? Could I? Sure, if it meant that much to me. Honestly, if it was my bliss, I could throw down the splits right now, but I want to tell you something about the splits. They were not my bliss. Okay? So things change, you know? And if you don't change and things change, you're screwed. So here's the other way. And this is the fourth way, and I just want you to consider this. And this is what's available to you if you make yourself flexible, if you make yourself adaptable. So I'm going to be adaptable. I want you to think pinball adaptable, okay? Pinballs are pretty adaptable. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, so, but I saw this cartoon the other day, which, by the way, was the worst movie I've ever seen. But in the movie, they manipulated the pinball with a magnet, which I thought was amazing, because it was like even this thing that's totally erratic had a process. So I digress. Okay, so be like a pinball. So I go for the thing, I hit the chair. Okay, first thing, I am not one of those people that says, there is no chair. It's all a figment of your imagination. You just hit a frickin' chair. So say, I've hit a chair. There's an obstacle here. It's there. It's not bad. It's not a punishment for something you did in a past life. It's just a frickin' obstacle. It's just there. Because the way your mind wants to go isn't the way. It's not the path of least resistance. Because obstacles are resistance. So you hit the chair and you go, oh, this is an obstacle. So obviously this isn't the way. Cool. I'm going to go where it, like as a pinball, I'm going to be flexible and I'm just going to go with it. Okay? So I'm going to go with it. Now, just so you know, when you start doing this and your goal's over there, your brain, your conscious mind goes crazy. Because in its mind, you're like off target. You got to get back on target. Okay, but your unconscious mind's like, would you just chill out? Okay, so you're going this way now, and now you've not just hit an obstacle, but in this case, I've hit this really nice black table with this gorgeous red box on it type of obstacle. That's like a fancy obstacle. So now I've hit this one, so obviously I can't go that way. So now, see how easy that was? Bounce, bounce, goal. So we spend so much time focusing on avoiding the obstacle or the physicality of the obstacle and trying to overpower that we miss the opportunity for the path of least resistance. So I'm offering you the path of least resistance.